So I've just sent off a tweet, and it's generally true. You know, I've gained a whole new appreciation for the audibleness of talented, passionate engineers. You know, at this point, being that I just mixed my first vocal, it was just a podcast, so a lot more, even still, a lot more simplistic than actual musical composition. You know, even of something as simple as hip hop music, or even something more extensive as far as an orchestra or the motherfucking likes, you know. So for what it's worth, I was proud of myself, you know, and I had a lot of assistance and help and under the tutelage of someone that's a professional engineer. But for what it's worth, you know, just dabbling with it, and I didn't play with this one much. I kind of just did some of the presets. But you know, as I delve deeper and deeper, you know, I'm gonna play with the tools a little bit more. You know, the EQ compression and the limiters and whatnot, and just totally see if I can't make it sound audibly pleasing to myself. And as I figure, you know, I don't have the ears of or the audibleness of, you know, an engineer that's been at it for a long time, like 10 years or something. But the way I'm thinking about it is just that, and that is that, like, you know, if I totally make it sound good to my ears, audible to my ears, and aesthetically pleasing and the likes to my ears, then for what it's worth, like, you know, most listeners aren't listening on, you know, audibly inclined speakers or anything, you know, as far as monitors that cost $1,000, you know, or whatever, or even $400 or whatever. So for what it's worth, most people are listening on headphones or their computer speakers or just some Bose speakers or the likes, which are all good options. But same token, if it sounds good to me, then my theory is that it's going to sound good to others. You know, so that's half the battle. And you know, maybe my ears will never be as audible as. Well, I mean, I think I have good ears. So for what it's worth, if I can, you know, just make it sound acceptable to myself, then I think it will be acceptable to a lot of people, you know. And for the most part, it's just podcasting and the like. So for what it's worth, this a little bit of increase in sound quality will be severely appreciated. I think, you know, if it's solid quality content and totally, you know, more appealing audibly, then I mean, how's it gonna hurt? You know, that's at least my theory on the matter, but. You know, I think it's generally true, you know, and I want to even delve deeper into, I'd love to, like, you know who inspired me? Russ. When he told his story, you know, Russ, the artist, it's like, if you want to find him on Twitter, it's @Russ. That's RUSS. And check him out, you know, he's a really talented ass dude, and that's just a free plug because, you know, it's just, you know, sometimes you earn your motherfucking keep, you know, and you earn your right to the newfound principality, your throne. And, you know, that's very cool, very valuable, you know. And I just, you know, what I appreciate more than anything is just talent. You know, I've come to really appreciate talent. And he mixes and masters his own stuff, makes his own beats even. That's just like a quattro threat, man. A quattro fucking threat, man. You know, a triple threat to say the least. You know, so. You know, that's what I aspire to do, you know, and, you know, as far as just being talented overall as fuck, you know, and I think that's really what sets you off as an outlier, and what's going to set you and me both, everybody listening to a higher extent, a higher tier in the game or their industry or their field. So for what it's worth, you know, just delving into all the skills, you know, and you know, I've heard you don't want to be stretched too thin, and I think that's wise words. You know, at the same token, you want to, you know, actually take the mastery of a craft to such a high extent that, you know, you can actually get paid, you know, handsomely, or the motherfucking likes for your work, you know. But at the same token, I do like to dabble with a lot of stuff, you know, like, and that's just part of the feat of you and me both being just talented as fuck, or wanting to grow at least, and wanting to get better and more talented, you know, at the same token, and improve. I think that's half the battle, you know. So I do like to dabble with a lot of stuff, and I think I'm good at a lot of stuff, just being a creative and the likes. So, you know, a lot in the works, and a lot of fun to come, and I think that's all my thoughts for now. I didn't have anything written out, but I just wanted to say I wanted to high five you like this, because like, you know, I just mixed my first vocal, and it was just like, you know, it wasn't as good as like, you know, an engineer, and especially if he's listening on $1,000 speakers, monitors or whatever. But for what it's worth, like, you know, like still a slight improvement. And once I start toying with it, really, like the EQs and, you know, the highs and the booms and the lows and stuff, you know, I totally get a more feel for it, and it's just fun, you know, and just the lights. And another thing I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, this is so cool, is I'm totally gonna start recording in the booth, you know, my podcasts, especially the ones for iTunes and Google Play, like my highest tier quality content, where I actually gave some forethought to it and not just impromptu like this. Although all can be appreciated, you know, sometimes the impromptu gives you a whole gamut of improvisation that's just like, you know, you didn't even plan for it. But sometimes the truest truths come out when you're just fucking vibing, you know, vibing with the people, vibing with yourself, vibing with, you know, with your fucking thoughts and what you've been thinking about all morning or all last night or all week, you know, or all month, you know. But I like to get my thoughts off before it's been on my mind for more than a week, you know. I can't even hold my thoughts back for more than 24 hours, you know. Sometimes I like to just share. So I gotta work on myself, you know, and work on that, you know, as far as, you know, holding it within my arsenal, so I can, you know, give group projects out, because you know, I think people like complete compilations, you know, complete bodies of work, and that can be appreciated as a soul piece of art or soul piece of work. And I think that's really cool, and that's what I really value too. And speaking of the devil, I totally got an album coming. So wherever I post this is probably going to go to the YouTube channel. So for what it's worth, YouTube, Gabriel Griffin, follow the YouTube channel. There's probably going to be a fucking link right here or a little bit later in the video, like down here or somewhere, wherever the fuck I want to put it. But just to follow this channel, and for what it's worth, I think you should follow, because we're growing, getting better, and you know, we're just thinking out loud. And sometimes that's half the battle, is just growing independently and both together. You know, through platforms and music and clothing and entrepreneurialness and the likes. You know, so I think that's very cool. Yeah. So like my last thought, you know, like I just said, I'm gonna record in the booth, and I think that's gonna tone my podcast procedures up to a whole new high extent. And I might even get some lighting, you know, because this is the 21st fucking century. And guess what I'm recording this on? I'm recording this on a fucking phone, and I have a microphone hooked up to it. I hope it's coming through clear, because sometimes it gets distorted in the likes. But if it's coming through clear, let me know in the comments. Is it satisfactory? Is the visual satisfactory? I need some better lighting, for sure, and a better surrounding, maybe a poster in the back or something. But you know, leave a comment. Let me know. Is the audio coming through clear? Can you hear me? And I guess I have a gauge for myself once I listen to it, but same token, I want to see what your opinion is, because you're the viewer, and I want it to be comfortable for us all, you know? So I think that's where the value is going to come from. And check out the hat, a prototypal, a 3 of 3, a 1 of 3, I mean. So for what it's worth, you know, the only one with it. That's all I'm saying. No, and it feels really good to be in the 21st century where this is all plausible and all possible, you know? So that's really where it comes down to. Let's learn this marketing, let's learn this technology, and let's get better still, and let's put in work that's gonna thrust us forward into living richer, fuller, more prosperous, and more fulfilling lives overall. So again, I'm gonna let you go at this point, but I thank you. Up here, click, and of course there'll be an icon, and of course you can follow this channel. And just know that we're getting better, and we're gonna live richer, fuller, more prosperous, and more fulfilling lives overall. So we're getting smarter, and that's half the fucking battle. And the other half of the battle is just fucking showing up and putting in motherfucking work, you know, and staying on your motherfucking toes. So that's what I believe, and I believe what I preach. So at the same token, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace.